Now, on the Fancy, as we've seen already today from by Demento, we have, on the lower decks, we have right side Carronade, left side Flamer, upper decks, on the right side Artemis, and left side another Artemis, and on the top of the wheelhouse, we have a Hades, already opening fire on the Darwin's Absence, moving in quickly. I'll make this quick on LibGTK, Metamidian, pushing forward against the Darwin's Absence with a left side flare going off to light up the clouds, hopefully not getting range of that Carronade. And it's you to get the Hardcastle.
Right, okie dokie. And on the Hardcastle, we have a front Gatling carronade and a side flare carousel. And on the Darwin's Absence, we have a front heavy carronade, left side flame, right side Gatling.
Yes, oh we do. We had a little bit of a quick engagement, LibGTK pushing forward very, very quickly, leaving the Fancy behind him though. So if the LibGTK can't push any further than this, which they have stopped. If he did push any further, it would leave him in a very nasty 2v1. A bit too close to that carronade fish. The carronade fish at the minute pulling back into the clouds, maybe trying to get around the LibGTK. With the Hardcastle taking a bit of fire from the Fancy, but nothing too dangerous yet. Just a couple of gun disables, but they're not in any danger at the moment. Coming into hide with the Darwin's Absence getting spotted again by the Fancy, or was it LibGTK? Who knows? Trying to break arcs because they need to stay hidden with that short-range fish.
Yeah, Darwin's Absence kerosining into the cover of the mountain. However,
but he's left the Hardcastle alone.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you do not want to do that.
We've brought it. We've got a gap fight.
Exactly the kind of thing riders love to seize on. Just overwhelm you with that DPS focus fire.
Here we go. This is not going to go so well for the Hardcastle until if the Darwin's Absence can't get back. Down goes the Hardcastle's hull. Are we going to see a couple of missed mortar rounds? Yes, we do. But the last few still here. I keep jerking this camera around.
Couple being the optimal word here. LibGTK still has arcs in the Hardcastle. Armor goes down the Hardcastle. A few mortars will do the trick. And that's it. Hardcastle. Darwin's Absence comes in exactly when and where he does not want to be.
Yeah, and now he's stuck on the wrong side of LibGTK. This is unfortunate for the Darwin's Absence. He did try to come back, but flare goes out from the LibGTK and leaves him open to be sniped and fired on.
Does not want to spawn in right now. Let the Darwin's Absence die. Oh.
But the Hardcastle hasn't spawned too far away. Oh no, he spawned away.
He spawned far enough away.
He should be safe.
With it, I think.
He should be safe, but down goes to Darwin's Absence, which is just unfortunate for him. That didn't work out very well. He had the Darwin's Absence trying to get around and get a bit of flanking move on the Fancy, which could have worked, but then the LibGTK saw that because the spot came down at the last second. LibGTK saw that and pressed its advantage hard, and I mean they didn't give any inches at all.
That yeah, I mean when you go for a flank like that, you're always rolling the dice, you're always taking a risk.
Yes you are, yes you are. Now it seems that the Fancy's been spotted, the LibGTK trying to get spots out, but the spot goes out in the cloud, but the Hardcastle has been sighted as well. We are yet to see the goldfish spawn, maybe because they're waiting for them to take the bait onto the Hardcastle so they can actually spawn. And there it is, the Darwin's Absence actually spawns. Now they start now the LibGTK is moving after the Hardcastle. Now I wonder who the Darwin's Absence is going to go for. Is it going to go for the stationary Fancy? Or is it going to see what happens with the Hardcastle? Well, but no, but here's the Darwin's Absence has now been spotted. LibGTK putting it in reverse, trying to get back to the Darwin's Absence to give the Fancy as much cover as possible.
Oh, yes, Fancy's managed to turn around just in time to face the Darwin's Absence, taking a big
bit of a ram. Down goes the balloon from the Fancy.
Now he's descending rapidly.
The Hardcastle's coming in. The Hardcastle's coming in very, very, very quickly. They need to intercept the LibGTK instead of the Fancy. Hopefully they will. Yes, they are. That's a bit smarter. Now we've got a Gat duel again against the Hardcastle and the LibGTK. I wonder who's going to get the armor break first. Let's try to get both on camera.
Break. The Hardcastle, it's a Gat Carrow.
Yeah, it's going to break armor though, and hopefully they'll get ram because they did try to go in for the ram but didn't get the break.
Got a disable here.
Hardcastle has, yes, you're right. The Fancy losing its balloon again, but the Darwin Absence getting a good bit of burning. The Hardcastle's hull goes down, incoming mortar rounds. First few hit, last few miss, and on the pause between trying to get arcs back, they managed to bring the hull back on the Hardcastle. And the hull goes down again on the Hardcastle. More mortar rounds coming down, missing again. Last couple making contact, but hull comes back up again. But the Fancy is still on the opposite side. The Fancy is still getting a beating from the Darwin's Absence, but it's not taking so much of a beating that it needs to worry. And down goes the Hardcastle. Now Darwin's Absence needs to either book it or make something magical happen here, because he's in a bad spot with his rear to the LibGTK.
He could try a curb stomp here.
He could try curb stomp, but is he going to get enough DPS quick enough?
I don't think so. And now the LibGTK's got the Darwin's Absence got to get here right now, or he's
in come all the mortars.
Turning back.
Better mortify them from the LibGTK. Oh, and in comes more and splat.
Great body block by the Fancy as well. I mean, preventing the Goldfish from reversing behind the LibGTK's arcs.
It just seems that this match is disabled, has broken down into a bunch of disables and 1v1s. The Darwin's Absence can lock down the Fancy fairly well, but nothing on Cakeside has the killing potential of the LibGTK. Nothing. It almost seems like each ship is picking its wrong target. I wonder if we'll see the Goldfish go after the LibGTK and just keep him pinned as low as possible, and let the Hardcastle come in and try and ram the Fancy to death. But at the minute, it just seems like the slightly less effective pairings have been going off. The two tougher ships fighting each other, one with massive more killing potential, and the other two disablers or snipers, whatever you want to call them, are locked just trying to get the upper hand over each other, and neither of them succeeding.
And now it looks like they're trying for another wide flank. Darwin's Absence going for broke here, coming around the archway.
Well, hopefully, if the Fancy stays high, keeps its fire on the Hardcastle, the Darwin's Absence can try and come in and pin the LibGTK down low, letting the Darwin's Absence push in quickly. But
oh god, no.
No,
I don't think this is going to work.
No, it didn't work. I think the Hardcastle should have been moving by now. The Hardcastle should have been moving by now, in my opinion. Fancy has lost their balloon.
Darwin's Absence did a good job at actually drawing their fire away and actually not taking any permahull. Good job by the Darwin's Absence. Armors broke, but
just out of range of those mortars. Yeah, just out of range of those mortars, which is great. We've got the Hardcastle now going after LibGTK again. It's, in my opinion, again, is the wrong pairing. They've left themselves open to a lot of fire.
It's the wrong build, unfortunately, for this map, I feel. Hardcastle coming in with a big ram on the LibGTK, but it's just getting smashed by the DPS of the Fancy. The Hades hooking in, and soon the Artemis 2. LibGTK with the GAT. The mortars should come in.
And of course, Hardcastle's hull and massive damage flying down, and pop. Off they go.